So we're up in Denver. I'm trying out this Rockstar thing that Offbeat Garage son of a bitch is posting on his Snapchat pictures of these things. I was like, oh, maybe I'll give one of those a try. But I'm on the navigation. I'm picking up a brand new in-box PBM mid-mount intercooler because I didn't want to wait for shipping. And so I'm buying this from some dude. I don't know. I guess I'll see what's really going on. But yeah, picking that up and maybe put it in my damn car.
We make the streams louder.
All right, so we're back at the shop. This is the PBM high mount intercooler that I picked up when I was up farting around, and so I'm gonna put that in here in a second. Check this shit out. This is this. I was looking on eBay for fire extinguisher, holders, and I was basically pissed off because the one that I have is like plastic, and it's the one that comes with this little Walmart, like 4-pound, like ABC fire extinguisher. And so anyhow, before the last event I had to run out and buy another one of these because my mount broke and I needed a fire extinguisher. But look at this guy right here. So basically, little pull tab, and then it just kind of, comes out like that, locks in right there. So it's a real nice piece of billet aluminum. It's like $65, but I didn't really want to spend that, but I was like, well, shit, how many times am I going to spend, $20-30 on a fire extinguisher for a stupid plastic mount that's going to be a piece of shit that'd probably break if you ever got in an actual wreck with it. So this is the only, basically you just get the hose clamps as long as it's the right size, and it'll fit over that guy right there. And so bam, look at that. So now you got a nice actual quick disconnect, and it's actually quality. I mean, that with the one on there, and it's not even really super tight, but once you get two of them on there, and then it's got kind of this round edge that goes over your, you could do it on a roll cage. You could put more clamps and basically clamp it to that. It's got these nice countersunk bolts. But I was kind of thinking about putting it, maybe like right here somewhere. That's a pretty good area. It'd be cool if it was like that, maybe, to where you just pull it up and then rip it off the side, or I don't know, something nice. I mean, even right there isn't terrible bad, but it has to be within driver's reach when you're seated. So I'll figure out where to put that, but I just thought that was dope because I've been pissed off forever over my stupid fire extinguisher mount, because it basically you use it once and it breaks. So yeah, I got my fancy, all this eBay shit. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all this. Oh, stupid knife. I was using it to cut off wiring harnesses at the junkyard. This is for the box right there. And it's not too happy, I guess. Good old Dotson shelf. Tell these guys are mounted in here real good. They've previously been cut for this hole. Oh man, I forgot I had the guy in the corner. Before I dig these too bad, I guess I'll. Oh, and I got USDM Supra or whatever Supra radiator hoses. There's like a $28 set of these silicone ones on eBay, and so I picked those up. I was like, shit, that's kind of cheap. They seem decent quality, so check out all the rocks. I don't have any lights in here because I've knocked those things out all the time. And every time I hit something with them, they always dick themselves somehow. Definitely need to do some fiberglass work on these fenders. They're kind of showing their age. My beautiful wiring for these. I think I did that, you know, right before an event one time. So what do you guys think about, I guess, eBay parts, you know? I hear all this, everybody talks about, I guess, eBay this and eBay that, and I mean, I feel like some people get kind of drawn away from eBay, you know, just because everybody says it's bad quality and stuff like that. You know, these headlights, these are technically what I'd consider eBay. What I guess my two versions of eBay are stuff that has a brand and stuff that doesn't have a brand. So stuff like these headlights, it's basically 240SX kooky headlights. There's not a brand to them, you know. Like this silicone radiator hose, it's super cheap and it's a brand, but it's a random brand. So that's kind of like eBay. CX Racing, they're pretty decent. Basically a brand that kind of started on eBay, and they use it to sell their shit, and it's just, I love eBay. Pretty much this whole car, most of the stuff that I've bought has been off eBay or the local Craigslist and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I might have to pull one of these guys back. I think this thing isn't gonna like me either. Squeak this guy in there without hammering off too many of its fins. Pain in the ass. Should probably just take that off, but whatever. Alright, so I was dicking with basically a bunch of the random intercooler piping and couplers and shit that I've had laying around. Got the radiator in here, got the intercooler. You can see basically kind of how that fits nice. This one of these headlights was previously cut, so you could see right here, I guess, how much I'm gonna have to cut off a little bit more. So you can see right there, I'm gonna probably have to cut that back a little bit more. You know, just so I could get this to kind of tighten up there a little bit. So I have to hack those up, and I'll try to seal it up just so they don't get foggy and shit. But so yeah, basically what I got figured out here so far is I could make one side work with what I have, but I can't make both of them work. I already ordered some couplers, but I ended up ordering like some 90s, and you know, because I didn't have the intercooler, so I didn't know exactly what I had. But this PBM, it's kind of angled like up. So right here, it's kind of shitty because it's for like SRs. So this side, which is supposed to be the hot side, is supposed to go like that into the intake manifold on the SR. So this is 2.5 inch. That's 2 3/4. But basically right now, so this is 2.5 inch, and this is 3 inch. So it's going to go 2.5 inch to 2 3/4 to 2.5 inch to 3 inch. So it's kind of a shitty situation, but I think it should be alright. You know, maybe we'll gain some pressure right there. You know, with it kind of condensed like bottlenecking. But so this is a 2.5 to a 3/4 coupler. Right here I have this guy and then this guy. I could stretch this one over it, and this I think goes to a 3 inch, so I could cram that in there. I could jam this guy down here, you know, basically do a bunch of shittiness. Man, come on, I'm just trying to get that bottom lip below so I can actually do something with it. Come on, there we go. So yeah, so that's like that. Stretch this guy down, pull it up a little bit more. and that's pretty much how that one would work. So that's not bad. So that would work, but then I need this. So, but this is 3-inch, so I'm gonna order different 45. So basically a 45 and a 45 would complete that with a little chunk of pipe in the center just to kind of clamp them down. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this side. So this is 2 3/4. This is 2 3/4 to 2.5 inch. So, and you can see that's pretty damn close right there. And where did I have a 45? So this is another 45. So if you kind of look at that, kind of gauge in the middle of it, that would be essentially perfect to go right there. If this wasn't, I think this is 1 7/8 or some shit. But so if I had a 2.5 90, that would work perfect. But so I can't really. I was looking on the internet. I couldn't really. This one's gonna be a little bit harder to find, take longer to ship to get that. So I'm just gonna do 2.5 here, 3 to a 2.5 90, and then just a 2.5 90 up to that. And then basically couple them, or 2.5 90 up to a 3 and just a 390. So I'll keep kind of that big opening. So that's basically that. I really don't like all this wiring right here. You know, you can see there's all this basically mess of shit. You can see it's zip tied kind of right there and over here, and it's just, you know, I don't need it. I mean, the factory fuse box, essentially the only thing it's running is the headlights, the tail lights, the turn signals. It's not running the windshield wipers, the power mirrors, yes, and the power windows. So that's essentially it. I'm not running a climate control in here. I would like to run some sort of a heater, you know, because it would be nice if it fogged up the windows and you know, that whole situation. But you know, as this thing kind of slowly becomes more and more of a race car, I get sadder and sadder, because it's I definitely like, you know, being able to drive it around on the street, you know, have a heater and all that stuff. But you know, with it being stupid how it is, I guess that's what this is for. You know, this thing's supposed to have a heater and gauges and drive nice on the street and not be loud, and you know, that's what this guy's for, is being crazy. So so yeah, that's basically where this is gonna sit for now. I need to order some more stuff. I just got informed that the radiator that I ordered last week on Monday, they just figured out now that it's not in their warehouse and it can't ship out till the 16th, which is 3 days after the event, which really sucks. So unless I really ghetto some shit together, you know, and rush this whole process, I don't think this one's gonna go to the event. This one right here, you know, after the whole stretch tire ordeal, I really don't want to drift on those. I mean, driving around on the street wouldn't be bad, so I might yank these off, do different wheels and tires, you know, just for the drift event to go around and dick around on. And maybe I'll just get a video of it sliding on these, because it'd look pretty. But so yeah. Oh, and this is the radiator hose that I was telling you guys about. Basically, it kind of goes as long as you could see. Not sure how well you can see, but it hooks right up to the factory, and that's like a, you know, eBay, you know, 2J radiator hose. And then it comes with this guy right here, which doesn't fit, you know, even if it was a little bit longer, or it would have to be a little bit longer in order to go to the SR neck, which is like over there. So anyhow, that's this situation. By the end of the video, should be resolved. Maybe I'll have something figured out, but you never know. Alright, so I'm over here at Jesse's house, in his little garage. This is video so-called as Jesse's 1JZ. This is Jesse's 1JZ S13. So in the off season, he's been busy as shit. Hasn't really done anything as far as engine wise. Still got this ghetto ass intercooler piping. I told him he needed to change last year. Remember when I told you to change that?
Yeah, I still need to.
And he hasn't done that. But look at that. I don't know, it works. Doesn't have no boost leaks, I guess. He says so. This is the bash bar that kind of got gifted to me a long time ago from my drift armor or whatever. But so he needed a bash bar for this event. You know, where he doesn't have anything. He finally got a cage. So this is, he wanted a bash bar, I let him borrow this one for a little while. And so anyhow, he's in here dicking all kinds of shit. So he's got this padding, this SFI roll bar padding. This is his cage. He just got done recently. But it's got the dimpled eyes and shit in it. And pretty nice little setup. The local guy here did it. And so yeah, he's got some Takata harnesses. All of his shit. He just got his hydro e-brake installed. All the stickers. I just helped him bleed that thing. That thing was being kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, so he kind of goes crazy with some shit sometimes. So he's got field coilovers, and he's got these GK Tech like rear knuckles, the dual caliber bracket. We just bled that whole system. So he hasn't tried those out yet, and these are, I think that's like a drop knuckle too, so it's got the roll center correction in it. And then up front, he's got GK Tech's whole setup as well. This front lower control arm, knuckle, you know, tie rod ends, all that shit. And we're just gonna do a little kind of alignment on it here soon with my toe plates, because there's what day is it? Come on, okay. So it's like Thursday night. So you got my toe plates, and we're gonna do a little alignment on it, you know, kind of as best as we can. Basically toe, and can't really do a whole bunch of stuff. He's got the GK Tech offset strut tower deals. He's got the Future Fab downpipe, an exhaust we made, some over fenders. He's got this wing on here. And what else? What else you got done to this son of a bitch? Is that it? Just mounted fire extinguisher. Yeah, I'd put these things down so they don't stab the shit out of you, like that. And but yeah, so pretty nice little setup. I think something's gonna happen with paint on it here soon. But do you know what color you're gonna paint it?
It'd be like a ruby black brown with a flake.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like your engine bay?
No.
That beautiful paint that you did?
No.
You didn't like that?
Dude, that was like yellow, like crack paint job I did.
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking, but
yeah.
So we're gonna continue on this. Oh, and you just got some wheels too, some carbine design 18s. He's gonna be throwing on there. He's got these Volks he picked up relatively cheap. They've been on here for a little while, but yeah, this is what happens when Jesse got a job. He decided to just fucking blow his load on his car whenever he can. He goes crazy. Like me, I'm kind of frugal when it comes to my car. I don't buy shit, and I try to keep it simple. He's just like, nope, I'm gonna buy everything. So, well, it's the day of the drift event, and I was on the highway. I was cruising this thing up to it. I wasn't gonna drive it just because on account of the blown coilovers and all that bullshit. But got on the highway real quick and only did about 65, and it just started vibrating. But so I was like, oh, maybe I'll. But anyhow, Jesse, he blew up his drive shaft, so it's the same engine tranny setup. So this should work. So I'm just gonna pop mine out real quick and then drive either my truck or my Saab up there, just to meet up with him so he could finish off the rest of his day. I guess he only got a couple runs in, so I'm gonna yank this drive shaft out and then head up there. So what happened?
I snapped my drive shaft yoke in half.
Whose is that?
This is yours. Hopefully it works. Mine's on the trailer.
So I guess his little U-joint decided it wanted to say bye-bye. Look like it's gonna fit, or you don't even know yet?
Oh, it works, dude.
Does it? Holy shit, bud.
Oh shit, hold up.
It's almost there.
Hold up. There we go. Oh, you ain't down to put one of them bolts in?
Bastard.
Damn, dude. That's son.
God damn it, your dirty ass bolts.
Dudes, I like this exhaust, but I broke one of those bolts off. On the, I broke one of the, this broke off. Do you look? Hey, how do I fix that? I broke this off.
It's in gear!
96. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Just will you lay underneath there and see if you can see where I'm going to stick this nut hole through here. Okay.
Yeah, the 3 liters are twin turbo and these ones are single from the factory. So. Alright, what is it at?
Can you see it?
Oh, I see it.
Can you get that on there?
Maybe.
If you could get a wrench on it, I could impact the bitch. I mean, I could find a wrench. Hey, hold it with your fingers.
God dang it, now I have to wash my hands.
Hey, hold it with your fingers.
You should have put the rubber gloves on, dude.
There you go. Oh, get it out.
Go grab it, I gotta drill another hole.
13?
Yeah. Thank you. Alright, Trevor, nice that one.
You ready?
Yeah. Good?
No?
Hold on. Hold on.
You see where that went through?
Yeah.
Can you stick this up through it?
What?
This.
Alright. Get to it. It's in there.
Okay, kind of hold it a little bit.
Hey, don't fuck me up. Ah, fuck! Go slow. Go slow so you don't fuck my finger up. Is it tight? Yeah.
Can you not get a wrench on that one?
No. What size is this? I don't have an 8.
it.
Yeah, they don't warranty it though. I don't know if I can fix that.
Hey, what happened?
I did the old Jameson. Oh shit! Dude, that's
What
bad.
happened?
I did the Jameson, dude.
You, the factory hood latch, huh?
It bent it though.
That's dick, dude.
I just bought some hood pins. They were like $7.
I have a factory hood though, so I'm like, I don't need a fucking hood pin.
I know. It's probably cool. There's shit everywhere.
I think that's cool.
Yeah. There.
Wagon life, though. Got Jester's shit all loaded up. So yeah, he's got my oh, did I show the drive shaft? The blown up one? No, so that's what happened to the drive shaft. This is the U-joint. Digged itself, but well, yeah. Hey, why did your hood fly out?
Factory hood latches are the devil. I should have took note from you, dude. They're the
Because I already should have learned the lesson and portrayed it onto your shit.
Well, I had a stock hood and I thought that would save me, but nope, it just sneaks up and gets you every time.
How'd your day go?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was fun. I mean, after I got all my shit done and started driving, tandem is dope. I would never go back to singles.
Yeah.
Never.
You're good.
Ever, bud. Ever.
So yeah, I finally got my Koyo radiator. Excited about that. I ordered it off of the place on eBay, a guy or a retailer that, you know, wholesale distribution, you know, bullshit. So it came like 2 weeks later than it should have, or a week later than it should have technically. But so yeah, got that all hooked up. That's the CX Racing deal, and here's the intercooler pipe I got. Got the little conversion, so it's basically only 2 silicones and a little joiner right there in the segment, and then still need to figure out what I'm doing with that. But you can see this whole random assortment of couplers. These are all the ones I just bought because I bought them before I knew I was going to get this, you know, this actual PBM one. So I thought I was going to have to, like, you know, go like that to, you know, to get it around there, and then a straight, and then a hump, and a pipe, and an adapter, and all kinds of shit. So now I got a bunch of extra silicones. But yeah, the radiator hose fits nice, you know, top and bottom. So that's good. At least something's moving along on this thing. So basically now it's just wiring it, the drive shaft, and that's hooking up the fuel shit. Bam. So yeah, decided to finally put the oil cooler on the drift car. That's pretty much where I got it mounted. I got it kind of stuffed under the intercooler and stuff right there. Got that little thing kind of holding it, and then I got another one that's actually bolted to the frame. You can see it go down there. It bolts to the block and then comes this way. So then you kind of move the dipstick, because when you have it actually bolted over here, it actually touches the thing. So maybe I'll just put like a spacer or something in between that guy right there. But yeah, so you know, there it is again, pretty much with most everything sitting kind of how it's supposed to, relatively. But yeah, so still haven't decided, you know, paint cage, don't paint cage, just leave it shitty like that. You know, I got Jesse went ahead and he brought me the drive shaft back, and I'm deciding to replace this diff. This is the, let's see if I could hold it steady. So yeah, you could see how much that actually moves. So that's why this thing was vibrating so crazy, and why I was like, oh well, I guess I won't drive it to the drift event. I'll just yank the thing out. So yeah, I think somebody installed this, because I bought this diff, and somebody already installed it in a, you know, in the diff. So I don't know if they shimmed it right or if the bearings are going bad or something. But yeah, it felt like complete shit when I was driving down the highway. And these coilovers still feel like complete shit too. you know, you pretty much hit a bump and the whole ass end bounces and the hatch doesn't latch, so it kind of just pops up and shit. But yeah, so that's the situation with that. So I was assuming I'm just gonna yank this diff out, weld the S13 one, and then throw it back in, and so like just daily with a weld the diff. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get some suspension arms. Jesse has a fender roller. So got this little Eastwood fender roller. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the fenders on there, because you can see it's definitely gonna get into them. You can see right here on the tire where it already kind of nipped it a bit. So I don't want to be dicking too much shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of roll the fenders. But yeah, that's pretty much the situation with this guy. I'm still proud of that weird little mount I made. But yeah. But yeah, I apologize if I ever say anything twice in a video. Most of the time, I film this stuff days apart randomly. I just pick up the camera randomly, and I don't even really know what I'm going to say before I pick it up. I just kind of grab it and just start talking. And so if I ever ramble about some random stuff, that's why. Or if I ever say something twice in a video, like at the beginning kind of, and then at the end, it's because I forgot I said it. But these are the lug nuts I got for this thing, because these ones are all sketchy. This is my toe plate setup for like doing alignments and stuff. On Jesse's car, we actually did a pretty good alignment on it before he took it to the track, and the tires were pretty much wore just like dead even in the rear. So I basically just used this is like a little camber gauge. If you find a nice flat spot on your wheel, like he had some really flat wheels, so we were able to stick it on the wheel, and this that little bubble right there basically tells you, let's see how level this post is. So that has a magnet in it, and so you can see the bubble as it's going towards the deal. And I believe every little click of this, so I think, yeah, let's see, right there, that's level. So as you can tell, my post isn't level, I guess. The lift isn't level. So every one of these is like a quarter. So that's a quarter, that's an eighth, that's another eighth, so that's a half. And basically every full rotation is a degree. So all the way around, facing that way again is basically a degree. So that's kind of what I used for the rear, just to get the camber in. And then we use the toe to basically set the toe with 2 tape measures. I was actually going to do a video on that, and it would have been an awesome video, but it was just kind of one of those things. It was late, and we were hammering down to try to get it done before the event the next day. And because he just got all that GK Tech stuff on there, so had to change everything pretty much. But yeah, so his car drove fine, did really good, other than his windshield smashing up. But yeah, I don't know. This is oh, and the reason I didn't make it with this thing, I was really close, is I technically probably could have made it, because I got these couplers in actually the day of the event. No, not the day of, I think it was the day before the event. But I would have ordered pretty much everything I needed, but this radiator wasn't, well, it was supposed to be here like a week or 2 weeks ago. I ordered it 2 weeks ago, so it should have been here technically like a week ago, or like on Monday instead of, on Friday night, and that's, the event was Saturday. But, so yeah, I was waiting on that, waiting on a drive shaft, doing a bunch of other stuff, and I basically just didn't want to put it together and be upset when it was just kind of all janky together, the night before an event that's not really even an important event. It's just a practice event in the parking lot. But I definitely wanted to have it done, just so I could actually go out and test it out. I haven't decided what I'm going to do as far as like Pro-Am and stuff. It's just super expensive. I think it was 2014 or something like that. I did like a something, I forget what, and then it's like $1 million to drift ? Video. That's in the name, so if you guys want to search it on my channel, you should be able to find it. But I was talking about basically like how expensive drifting is at like that level. You know, going out of state, traveling, all the expenses, the tires, all that stuff. And especially if you have just one stupid little thing go wrong that weekend, it's just so fast paced in the Vegas series or whatever. Just so fast paced that you basically could waste your trip if you have one little electrical issue or something. But so yeah, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for Pro-Am. There's only four events this year. But it's just one of those things you have to spend a shitload of money so that you could get your Pro 2 license or whatever. And then for those of you guys who don't know how like the whole like Formula Drift like pro thing, it goes basically like grassroots. Then you go to your Pro-Am, which is like a region, and then you have to get like top 3 in that region to get a Pro 2 license. And then once you get the Pro 2 license, you have to get, I think, like top 8 of that, or top 16. I think it's top 8 of that series to actually get your pro license now. And so it's super, super difficult. I mean, it just seems like there's people out there that just have a unlimited checkbook. I mean, they have fully built, engines with, big O super, like fully built internals. You got like a G-Force dog box and a quick change rear end. Essentially Ethan's car. I mean, if you guys have watched the video on his is like a pro car in Pro-Am, because he's building it up to do that whole deal. But for me, it's just, I don't think I'd ever. I mean, I'd like to be able to afford it, but that's kind of part of the reason of holding back on actually drifting at the Pro-Am level, is just because it's so expensive. And basically, once you get to that level, it just gives you the ticket to spend more money, so you could spend more money, so that you could go spend more money. But so that's it's kind of shitty. So I've just been and I don't want to ruin drifting for myself either. I have a lot of fun with it. I enjoy the people that I meet. I mean, basically the whole Japan trip. If I would have never drifted and or never got into it, I would have never met the people and never went there and had that experience. And it's just interesting how doing what you like, kind of you get involved with similar people. But yeah, I'm rambling about a bunch of random shit, and that's pretty much it. So until next Monday, I guess that's it.